Hello, my name is David Webb, and this is a video for Dweebovision. I am a Scrabble grandmaster, and in this video I am going to play Scrabble while providing in-game commentary on my moves. Hopefully this will help to improve your game, and be fun to watch. The game has just started, so let's join the action. It's me to go first. I don't have a bingo, and I have some scoring tiles in the F and the Y. I could play foray, but the rack leave of D and U is not good. It would be nice to play off the U as well, because that's a particularly un-bingo-y tile. So I'm really looking to play off the F, the U, and the Y. I could do that with Fury, but then I'm not hitting the double word square. So I think foray is better. Foray, 30 points. I've got the J for score. I'm wondering if Juku is good, J-U-K-U. Not totally sure on that. It would certainly be nice to get rid of both U's in one go. Well, I can't see anywhere to play Juku. I could play Judo in column 5 onto the O of foray. Is there anywhere better for my J? Rack leave's not good, score isn't great, but this is a tricky starting rack. This is providing quite a good scoring opportunity for my opponent in column 6. So, can I do something better? CAG is a really blocky play. I don't have an E or a Y for going after it, or an S. So I think this is the best I can do. Well, a whole bunch of vowels. But I do have the K for score, and Kuia is good, K-U-I-A. That would certainly sort the rack out. I still don't have any hooks for going after CAG. If my opponent doesn't play in column 6, I can play Kuia, making jar as well. That would be 27 points. But what can I do if that's blocked? Kuia does play at I1, but it's not going to score very much, and it's going to place the K within reach of a triple word square, so that's giving away too much. Great, my Kuia spot stays available, and the rack leave's quite good. I have the X for score. This is a balanced rack. I have no duplicate tiles. I don't think I have a bingo. Pretty confident I don't have a 7. There may be an 8 with these tiles. Well, I can't see it with the floaters on the board at the moment. So where can my X play? Or it takes a D and an L after it. I have neither. There are actually very few openings on this board. What about playing down from the F of foray? I would like to play off the X because the rest of the rack is quite bingo-y. Good bingo by my opponent, 83 points. And he has provided a couple of floaters, or 3 floaters, for me to consider, in particular the E. I don't think Intermax, or I know Intermax is not good. Can't see anything with these tiles. Now, do I have anything down from the B of debride? Onto the triple word square. Can't see anything. Do I have a double in column 11? Nope, I don't have anything which goes after the D. So I'm looking to play in row K, I think. Something like ticks or taxi. Let me see what this scores. 37 points, that's quite good. Quite an easy scoring opportunity for my opponent if he's got an O for going after EX. And do I want to play taxi to open up column 14 given that I'm... Well, I'm not really behind it. I'll be ahead after this, so I don't think I do want to play off the A. Because keeping 3 constants and no vowels can lead to problem racks. So can I do better than this? I've got minx on my rack, and that would leave ART. And that would play in row I. Only 29 points. I think I am quite happy with this rack leave. I don't think it's worth a big sacrifice to improve it. Now, I am hesitating. And that's because I'm wondering if there's a better play than this. What about playing in column 12, placing my X here? So play with beginning X, for example. Well, again, that's placing the X in a good spot for my opponent in terms of playing across in row H. So that's not a huge improvement. So I think I will go with ticks. Great. I draw vowels. I have a balanced rack. This looks close to a bingo. A renamer is not good. N-framer I don't think is good. Well, I may be close to a bingo, but not actually have one. I've got the man and men suffix. I think through a D I would have something, maybe Ramander. But the only floaters on this board are the F of foray and the letters in Kuia. I do have the M for score. Just, well, there's the XO hook that I was concerned about. Now, do I have anything through the K of Kuia? I've got make and maker. Can't see anything there. Can't see anything through the U or the I. So, how can I score well? I'm looking to play off the M and probably the duplicate, so a play of REM would work. I've got remark in row B. I'm looking at column 7 to see if I can play parallel to Kuya. I think the problem tile there is the I. The N is the only letter which goes after it. And then I can't utilise the JA hook. Well, I can play barman or barmen down here. Rack leave of ER is pretty good as a 2-letter rack leave. I'm providing floaters, which is good, since I am behind. So barmen 33. Can't see a way of getting the M on the double letter square currently occupied by the R. Well, what about be mean? Well, I don't want to play be mean because that keeps duplicate R. Barman, 33 points. Well, no scoring tiles. But do I have a bingo? Well, my tiles duplicate 2 of the floaters in Kuya. And 2 of the floaters, or 3 of the floaters in barmen. So it's only really the M of barmen, which may create something, and I can't see anything. The U and duplicate I diminish the bingo prospects of this rack. Well, my opponent's slowed down. He's only 18 points ahead of me now. Ah, I've got unlike in row B. That would sort the rack out. But it really is opening up row A with not a very good rack leave. I'm looking in column 7 to see if I can play parallel to Kuya. I've got an I for going after JA. Nope, can't see anything there. What about playing in column 4 onto the F of foray? Nearly fluorine. I certainly do want to play off the U. And it's a really unbingo-y tile, despite the un prefix. I'm looking in row E as well to see if I've got anything beginning JA and hitting the double word square. Nope, can't see anything. Well, this is tricky. So can I play uni somewhere? EXO does take an N, and div takes an I. So, do I have something beginning IN? Well, not that I can see. I could play just IN, but then I'm keeping the U and I'm keeping a vowel preponderance. So what about unlike? It certainly does sort the rack out. Let me see what it scores. And if my opponent does use the A8 triple word square, he'll be opening up or providing floaters. Unlike 20 points. Now, LIEU is a short word, which would sort the rack out, but I can't see anywhere to play it, so I think I am going to play this. And unlike takes an S in front. Pretty horrible. So what can I do with this? Well, Sig would certainly sort it out, and Corgi, I've got Corgi on the rack. I note that column 9 is available for a bingo ending in S, as is column 13, and I now do have an S. Can't see anywhere for Corgi. I would like to play off the G and the I. A rack leave of CIORS is pretty good. Now I've got the S for going before and after unlike, so I could play it straight away. I've got a 2-point lead at the moment, and my opponent's on turn. Yep, nice bingo, 38 points. He has not provided a place for me to play Corgi. I'm looking in row A at A1 to see if I can use the triple word square there. Wow, this is tricky. I've got 8 minutes left, 39 tiles left. I need to speed up. Yogic. That is going to sort the rack out nicely. Yogic 22, not a great score. Pushier, does that play? Doesn't play in column 1 using the sun-like hook. Yogic doesn't take an S. Debrider, don't think that's good. I don't think Pushier has an anagram. Now, do I have anything through any of the floaters? Well, not too many floaters to consider. I have Furphies, column 4. Beginning with the F of foray, Furphies. Fantastic. Well, hopefully that will stay available. That is such a nice word. And that is going to bring me right back into this game. There are quite a few odd scoring spots on this board, so my opponent may not block my play. Now, what about the ON in row O? That looks a decent set of 9 tiles. Wow, look at that. Pushier is now available. Well, what a shame. I would have liked to have played Furphies. Well, let me see what they score. I've only got 7.5 minutes, so I can't spend ages over deciding this. Pushier scores 91 points. That's massive. I'm going to do the other one in my head. 84. Okay, so it's got to be this one. Both blanks not yet played. Well, that bit of wishful thinking didn't work. This looks close to a bingo, but do I have one? Well, I haven't seen one yet. The ON is still looking interesting in row O. I've got ISO as a prefix. And I've got the out prefix in column 2. And I've got no scoring tiles. But if I played off IO, then IORST is a pretty good rack leave. And There are no O's left and only one I, so I'm not going to duplicate my vowels, which improves it even more. So where can I play I-O? Well, not where my opponents just played. And I'm looking to see if I can play it around the Z of zips to get extra score. Ah, well, this isn't going to be massive, but it is 14 points, and the rack leave is good. Can I do better than 14 points? Don't think so. Right. Do I have something with this rack? I don't think I do. Nothing is jumping out at me. There goes the Q for only 14 points, which is good. Do I have anything through the U of unlike? I'm looking at the out prefix, out shirt, not good. I've got 6.5 minutes left. Do I have a 6-letter play in column 15 beginning SH? Well, I could just play ish. There are 2 S's left. I could play ish here. So I'm currently 30 points ahead, so a big score now would be nice. 36 points. And that's wrecking the rack leave. Be nice to do something a bit better than that. In particular, splitting up the duplicate T's, I note there are 2 T's unplayed. So, gosh, tricky rack, and only 5.5 minutes left. I'm looking around for places to play my H for score. What about a play beginning with my H here? I could have a play beginning TH. Thoris is not good. What a shame I haven't got a play beginning with my I or my O at A15 using this setup. And I'm seriously running short on time here, so I need to play off quite quickly. I'm looking in row H. Well, this isn't going to score very much. But the rack leave is good. 4th, 22 points. It's a pretty bread and butter play. Now, what can I do with this? Can't see a bingo. The W is my scoring tile. I'd like to play off one of the T's as well. Well, I can play Rit in row H. I think I'll do that. I've got just under 4.5 minutes left. 33 points for Rit. But if that's blocked, what do I do? Well, I could play AW at A15 for about 30 points. I am keeping the duplicate T, and that's not a great rack. Fantastic, only 11 points for my opponent. Superb. So, Rit, 33, pretty good. Both blanks unseen and a good rack leave. I draw neither. Fantails through an I. Tail fans. Wow. I actually have tail fans in column 14 through the I of Rit. But is it good? Is it good? Tail fans. It might be a plausible phony. So, do I have any other bingos? What about the U of unlike? I think I will try tail fan. I think it is good. But my opponent could well be about to bingo. The remaining tiles are really bingo-y. Retains plus 2 blanks and a V. But if he bingos, he'll be drawing level or slightly ahead. Great, he hasn't bingoed. Now, what was I going to do? Oh, he's blocked tail fans. That's a shame. That is a shame. So, I'm looking to play off my F. So Alf is good, and that would leave a pretty good rack lead, but where can I play Alf? And Exxon takes an S. If I had a play beginning FAS in row N, that would work, but I don't. Only 3.5 minutes left. 9 tiles in the bag. So, 3 minutes left. Looking for plays beginning INF in column 14. Can't see any ones. Infant doesn't work for me. I'm seriously short on time here. I need to play quickly. But what can I play? Gosh. 2.5 minutes left. Well, I could just play fast. I really don't like this at all. The rack leave is awful. It's 27 points though. Well, I draw the blank. But that can't have been a good play. And now if my opponent bingos, I don't have any scoring tiles. Do I have a bingo? Don't think I do. So I could play double A at A15. 17 points, then I do have a decent rack. Now maybe I do have a bingo through the T of Rit. I'm mentally, well, let's do it. Let's do this for real. I'm imagining the T on my rack as well. Not quite alienate. Can't see anything there. Okay, I'm going to pull out of this. Pull out of this exercise. I need to focus on this. Satines, is that good? I think it is. Let me challenge it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm now 3 points, only 3 points ahead. There are no tiles in the bag. So, if I play double A up here, 17 points, can my opponent go out? If he doesn't, I probably can. Yeah, I'm sure I can. Double A 17, is there a better spot for double A? I'm just checking to see if my opponent can go out. He can also make fast die. That's annoying. I provided a good opportunity for him. Well, there's double A. I've got Leighton in column 2 next to Satines. But if my opponent plays Vide now in column 14, that may be enough. And certainly if he's able to go out, he will win. So I've got Leighton in column 2. I've got Talent in column 15 for not many points. Fourth takes a Y after it, for thy. I don't think I have a 5-letter play with the Y in that spot. Now, can I make use of the fast hook? I can play leans and fasts. So what else have I got? So I'm going to play leans. Or Leighton in column 2. Those are the two best moves I've spotted. My opponent's got 8 minutes left. So what will he get for Vide? Ah, Vide doesn't play. It's Vi which plays. Okay, that's good. 28 points. He'll have an 8-point lead. Yeah, then Leighton wins. This is going to be a close conclusion to the game. I'm looking in column 8 to see if I can play next to IO and J. Can't see a way of doing that. Leighton, how much does that score? 15 points. Oh, endive. He's gone out. Agony. Pass to end the game. And the final score. Gosh, I didn't see that. How annoying. That probably means the game was winnable. Final score, 392 to me, 400 to my opponent, a winning margin of 8 points. Wow. We better reply. So, let me see what I missed, and surely all I had to do was block endive, and I would have won. Right, so it was me to go first. Let me have a look at my plays. Foray was the best. Duroy was the best play, which burnt the U, but it kept the F. I think I prefer the points and leave of Foray. Judo looks like it was as good as anything else. Orc, that's a good score. Where's that? F4. Oh, Orc and Cora. Yep, that would have been nice. 35 points. But actually, I only got 8 points less, and a much better rack lead by playing Kuya. DWEEB, nice bingo by my opponent. Nix, K10, that's where I play Tix. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think Nix is better, slightly better rack lead. Horrible rack for my opponent. Barman looks like it was best. This is where I played Unlike, and I didn't like that play. But looking down at the alternatives, nothing is hugely better. Inure at M11, where's that? Oh, well, that is the Divi and Exxon spot. Yeah, but it's placing a vowel next to a double letter square in a triple word square lane, so I don't think that's great. And yeah, I think Unlike is fine. Now, Yogic, yeah, that sorted my rack out nicely and gave me a good rack lead. Horrible rack for my opponent. What did he have? Chin, did he play that? No. But he provided an opportunity for me to play Pushier, and Furfies was the alternative bingo, which annoyingly I didn't get to play. Now, Tori, I didn't see that. That would have been nice through the R of Pushier, 18 points. Well, actually, I think my play is better. A good 5-point rack leave is better than a good 5-tile rack leave is better than a good 3-tile one. It's a lot better, in fact. And Royst is a pretty bingo-y set of tiles, so I like Oi. Terrible rack for my opponent. Great, I didn't miss a bingo here. And this is where is this where I played fourth? Yeah, so that was the second one down. I could have got 5 more points at L6. Ah, I see, making HMM, row and oon. That would have been better. No vowels at all for my opponent. And Rit looks like it was best. Still no vowels for my opponent. And this is where fantails or tail fans was blocked. Anal, none-like. Wow, I didn't think of that hook. I thought it was just the S. Well, maybe Sunlike isn't good, but none-like certainly is, and I could have got 26 points. This is where I really struggled. I was short on time, and this rack felt fairly bingo-y, and if I could have played Alf somewhere, which I could have done at L3. Ah, Alf and AH, that would have been a good play. What did I do? Yeah, that was a terrible play, fast burning my S like that. I think Alf in column 3 would have been much better. And now my opponent had a great rack. He must have had a whole bunch of bingos, and he did. And I didn't have a bingo. Now, this is right at the end, and endive was my opponent's play. And wow, it looks like if I'd simply played Ansi at A15 for 29 points, I would have had a 26-point lead. I'd have lost 4 on count back. My opponent would have needed 22 to win. And endive scores 20. So Ansi was a winning play even without blocking endive. I don't think this computer program takes account of blocking opponents' outplays, but I suspect that any block of endive would have won. Anyway, I played AA. Let's see what my opponent had. Yeah, his only outs were through A3, so that was a pretty poor oversight on my part, not spotting that he could have gone out. I think simply blocking that and any out in 2 would have won the game. So an expensive error at the end of that game. But apart from that, it was an interesting game to play. I'm not sure I had any bingos at all, but it was a close game and there were lots of challenging racks. So I hope you enjoyed watching that and got something out of it. My name is David Webb, and this has been a video for Dweebovision.